This is the Meta Quest 3. My first reaction the moment I put it on was simple. It's sharper, slimmer, and feels a lot more modern than the earlier models I've used. The big headline for me is how clean the image looks and how easily I can switch between full VR and mixed reality without breaking flow. Key features that stood out right away are the new Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 chip, the 4K Plus infinite display, and the full-color pass-through cameras that let me see my room while apps float around me. In my opinion, that mix of power and clarity is what makes this headset click design and feel matter a lot with a device that sits on your face. And this one gets most of it right. It's about 30% slimmer than before thanks to pancake lenses, so it looks less bulky and sits closer to my eyes. That closer fit also opens up the field of view, so I see more without turning my head. There's an IPD dial on the bottom to match the lenses to the distance between my pupils, and I can adjust the face interface depth to get the sweet spot. The result is less of that tunnel vision feeling and more of a natural window. The Touch Plus controllers drop the big tracking rings, so my hands can get close together without bumping into plastic, and the new haptics feel crisp. The onboard audio is louder and fuller than before, with better bass and good spatial cues, and there's still a 3.5mm jack if I want to plug in headphones. I do have one gripe with the design out of the box. The soft strap doesn't balance the 515 grams, about 14.1 ounces, headset very well. During longer sessions, I felt pressure on my face and forehead, unless I tightened it more than I wanted. From my experience, a rigid strap or a battery strap that adds counterweight makes a huge difference. Once I added that, the comfort clicked, and I stopped fussing with fit. Using it day to day, the performance jump is obvious. The Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 gives roughly 2x the graphical processing power versus the last model, and paired with 8GB of RAM, menus and games feel snappier. I switch refresh rates based on what I'm doing, 72Hz for casual apps to save power, 90Hz for most games, and 120Hz when I want things as smooth as possible. The 2064 by 2208 per eye resolution makes text crisp, UI elements clean, and distant details readable. Small fonts and productivity apps are finally comfortable for me, not just usable. Mixed reality is the star feature. 2 RGB color cameras show my surroundings in color, and the headset maps my room well enough that virtual objects feel anchored to the floor and walls. I can pin a video window above my desk, check a spreadsheet, answer a message, and still see my hands and keyboard. I've been able to glance at my phone, read a label, and even handle simple chores while keeping a floating screen in view. That said, lighting matters a lot. In bright light, especially daylight, pass-through looks surprisingly clean. Under warm, dim LEDs, I see grain and a bit of blur. When I move fast or look at scenes with lots of close objects at different depths, I sometimes notice distortion or warping. I learned to move a bit slower during MR tasks when I care about clarity. For standalone gaming and fitness apps, load times are quick and visuals look closer to PC quality than I expected from a mobile chip. Battery life for me lands around 2 to a little over 2 hours with mixed VR use, and closer to 3 if I'm taking it easy with lighter apps. I plan around that. A battery strap or a power bank solves long sessions. Charging with the included charger has been reliable, and following basic battery habits, don't store it fully charged or empty. Keep it cool. Helps. PC VR is where the display really shines, over a wired link connection to a strong GPU. I tested with a 3080 class setup. I push high internal render resolutions and 120Hz for cockpit sims and action titles. To keep things sharp, I favor light anti-aliasing and engine-level sharpening rather than post-process filters on the stream. Over Wi-Fi, it's good when the network is strong and clean, but wired still gives me the most consistent clarity. Storage is a quiet win here. The 512GB capacity lets me install big titles, a bunch of apps, and still have headroom. Games have been getting larger, and MR apps pull in hefty texture packs. With 512GB, I'm not stuck doing the delete to install shuffle. It's perfect for anyone who wants to keep a wide library ready or download media for offline use. I also activated the 3-month Meta Horizon Plus trial and immediately had 40+ titles to try. That lowered the barrier to testing new stuff and gave me a feel for the catalog. There are some trade-offs. There's no eye tracking, so features like foveated rendering that could save power and push even higher quality aren't here. Battery life can feel short if you're used to long PC sessions. The stock strap is a weak point if you care about comfort. And while the MR pass-through is full color and useful, it's sensitive to lighting and motion. One more thing I think buyers should know. Account security can be strict. I've seen reports of people traveling internationally and getting flagged, which temporarily locked access to their purchased library until support cleared it. The headset itself isn't region locked, but that process can be frustrating, so keep that in mind if you move around a lot. The parts I keep coming back to are the things that make me pick it up more often. Clarity is the big one. The 4K Plus panel, the pancake optics, and the wider field combine to make text and fine details pop. Comfort becomes great with a better strap, and once that's solved, I'm more likely to use it for short, casual MR tasks, checking a video window, pinning notes, or browsing. The controllers feel natural without the tracking rings getting in the way. Audio is much improved, and the 512GB storage feels like real future-proofing. From my experience, those are the key features that change how I use it every day, in my opinion. Meta Quest 3 is the right pick if you want a powerful standalone headset that also doubles as a solid MR tool with the option to plug into a PC for top-tier visuals. It bridges casual and serious use better than anything else I've tried in this segment. I'd recommend this for people who value clarity. Want a wireless setup for workouts and quick sessions, plan to explore MR, and might also use PC VR now and then. It's perfect for students, creators, testing MR apps, fitness fans who need space to move, and gamers who want a big catalog without a tangle of cables. In conclusion, the Meta Quest 3 hits a sweet spot. Strong performance from the XR2 Gen 2. A sharp 2064 by 2208 per eye display with up to 120 Hz. Color pass-through that's genuinely useful in good light, and storage that keeps pace with bigger titles. Plan for a strap upgrade and consider an external battery if you do long sessions. If those add-ons fit your budget, the experience lands in a very satisfying place for both play and productivity. You can find detailed information about the Meta Quest 3 in the comments section. See you in the next video.